I'm Keano Smith, and this is Clutch Sports. Well, college football took an unexpected turn. The NFL Super Bowl is almost upon us, and the NBA is going down the toilet. So let's get into it. To start off, welcome back to the spring semester. I'm excited for what it has in store for us. In sports, academically, not so much. LOL. College football has officially ended for the season. Michigan and the Washington Huskies battled to the finish. Well, Michigan won, which I did not see coming, but that was the outcome. The Wolverines obliterated the Huskies 34-13, which is an eye-opener. MPJ threw 51 passes, but only completed 27 of them for 255 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. With that being said, there wasn't any run game because Dylan Johnson carried the ball 11 times for 33 yards. Even Rome Odunze, who has been the go-to guy, only had 5 receptions for 87 yards. Let's just say the Huskies had a very long night. Moving on to the Michigan Wolverines, whether they stole signs or not, they still won the ball game in a fancy fashion. JJ finished the game strong, being 10 of 18 from the field for only 140 yards. Surprising. However, literally every touchdown came from the ground. The Wolverines rushed for 303 yards for 4 touchdowns. That's all you need to know. Moving on to the NFL, what a weekend for the National Football League. Although there were 4 games this past weekend, only 2 of them were really interesting. So here we go. To start off, the Ravens beat the Texans 34-10, and the Buccaneers beat the Lions 31-23. But what a game for the Packers and the 49ers. To say the least, I am very shocked. Jordan Love is continuing to look like a stud, but he lost his game 24-21. Jordan Love went 21-34 from the field for 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, and guess what? 2 interceptions. Alongside him, Aaron Jones with 2 A's continues to be consistent, rushing for 18 carries and 108 yards. Now the 49ers barely scraped away with the win. Brock Purdy was just doing his thing, completing 23 of his 39 passes for 1 touchdown. McCaffrey is earning his pay, rushing for 17 carries for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns. George Kittle was also their leading receiver, catching 4 receptions for 81 yards. So let's see how they match up against the Lions next week. Rawr. Moving on to the game of the century, a game that went back and forth the entire game. Also, 2 teams that repeatedly meet each other, but one team always comes out victorious. The Kansas City Chiefs dueled the Buffalo Bills once again, and Patty Mahomes did his thing. The Chiefs took receipts and won 27-24. He went 17 of 23 for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco, what a name, is a beast, rushing for 15 carries, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown. To go alongside with them, Travis Kelce carried the ball, receiving obviously, with 5 receptions for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. However, the end is near, but they still have to go through the toughest seed, the Ravens. But next on the agenda is the NBA. Now, obviously, you all know that I'm a Lakers fan personally. I like other teams, Milwaukee, maybe the Atlanta Hawks, but the Lakers are the main team. LeBron James going from Miami, Cleveland, you name it, a bunch of teams. Now, the Lakers this season are 22 of 22. Now, what does that mean? Well, they lost 22 games and won 22 games, so they're 500 on the season. Now, there are some trade reports that are going through that are being shown in the news outlets, maybe Zach LaVine, DeJounte Murray, but I don't see us gaining those players because, well, we don't have the roster for that. Obviously, we have Austin Reeves, we have Roy Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Cam Reddish, all key pieces that we would say, but they're not even getting the job done. Obviously, LeBron James is becoming a consistent player, but he's only 39 years old. So you know what that means. He doesn't have long left. But I will tell you, Anthony Davis, A. Disney, as haters would like to call him, has been playing tremendous this season. Props to Anthony Davis. Both LeBron James and Anthony Davis are carrying the team, but they've only carried them to 22 wins on the season. So we got to get it picked up. Role players, including Austin Reeves and other guys that I previously mentioned, Roy Hachimura, Black Batman, as I would call him, need to pick up their slack, or we just need to trade for somebody else. Maybe Jaylen Brown, Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving, anybody. Tonight we play the Clippers at 10 p.m. Eastern. So what is that, 7 p.m. Western, I guess you would say. Hopefully we have a good game. Hopefully everybody's stay healthy. So y'all just go watch that game. But that's a wrap for this week's college football news. To stay up to date, make sure to check out my show every week to stay tuned into your favorite sports teams. I'm Keano Smith, and this is Clutch Sports.